Hey guys, welcome back to the episode. This is a continuation of our last episode, so if you haven't already, go back and check that one out, because otherwise this won't make any sense. Actually, probably won't make sense anyway. Enjoy!
That makes me sweat.
Let's do this.
We are doing it. We're live right now.
Something happens and I'm head over heels. Are we really live?
We are live.
Okay. I thought that was you still doing it. I'm like, how the fuck are you? How the fuck are you talking to me and still doing that?
It's an easy voice to do. That's all.
All right.
No skill.
So
Don't take my...
I can't do it anymore.
for my topic, we are going to. It's a three-parter. I don't think it'll take too long here, but we're going to start out by the first part here is we're going to go around here and we're going to talk about when we were kids, what dreams we had of what we thought when we were going to be doing when we got older. We'll start with you, Justin, and just do a couple of them.
What if I didn't have a couple of them?
Well, tell us the one.
Well, I can tell you one thing for damn sure is what I'm doing nowadays, as a career at least, isn't what I thought I was going to be doing.
Exactly what he dreamed about. He was in the junior Postmasters of America Club.
He was always delivering the mail at home to everybody.
I had a really messed up
He had the smock and everything.
childhood.
Well, yeah, we heard about your parents.
Summer.
Yeah, apparently your dad killed a guy.
Yeah, and his name is Charlie Chan.
Oh my god.
Fucking Charlie Chan.
But what was your dream?
All right, so when I was younger, I mean, like I've learned to love acting from a very young age. Not necessarily just acting, but being able to emote something from somebody, like being able to move somebody, to give somebody some sort of emotion, to experience something. It's like, oh wow, I can make you smile. Oh wow, I can make you annoyed. You know, and I've been doing that for a little while.
Yeah,
At least 2 years.
at least for 3.5 hours.
Not even.
Yeah.
I feel like you are targeting the particular current situation that's going on right now, this podcast episode. It's fucked up of you. And as a veteran, I am very...
Didn't once thank him for his service.
Yes.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
When?
I said before, I said, thank you for the service. Sorry about your fucked up parents or whatever I said.
Oh, Danke schön.
So you acting.
I did. Yeah, I did. So I had dreams when I was younger of wanting to be an actor. And for me, I feel like I completed it. You know, like I made it. You know, like I still enjoy this space that I'm able to play here and there. But as a kid, I mean, I didn't really think of like being a fireman or whatever. I mean, I go to movies and watch like the martial art flicks and like come back into the parking lot and like kicking things and jumping off people's cars and stuff. And they're like, knock it off or I'll kill you.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Lonnie.
You know, I had a couple different dreams. I wanted to be a professional fisherman.
You didn't dream big, did you?
Right. I wanted to be a paranormal investigator. And I wanted to be a rock star.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a podcast person. Okay. Weird. I guess for me, when my biggest dream as a kid was to be a professional baseball player. That was the one and only, that was the one and only sport that I played growing up. And I mean, I got pretty good to where I was, my last year of playing,
No, you didn't.
I was the starting pitcher for.
Oh, we were supposed to tell how our dreams went?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if that was a section, I was going to say I accomplished all my goals.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, so a baseball player was really my first dream as a kid and probably my only dream that I really kind of remember. I mean, I guess to probably professional wrestler when I got into watching WWF at the time. I thought, this is cool. I could do that.
I could be halfway naked, sweaty up on another guy.
Yeah. And
ride him down.
Kind of what I'm doing now with you guys. Just there's no cameras on us yet. But
you know
that we know, yeah.
I'm gonna stretch out first.
Okay, so let's go to the second part of this. As an adult now, what are some of your dreams that you feel you could still accomplish?
Well, I can't be a kid again. That's one. I don't know. That's kind of a.
Let me, because maybe it's a confusing question for you. Like for me, You know, I have a lot of dreams I still want to accomplish. I still would love to be a filmmaker that's getting paid by a company to make movies, like have it be a living. Yeah. I would love to open up my own Halloweenish shop that's more based on the lines of like mass and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I do that, but I'm talking like the high end stuff that I know my work won't order. I also have a dream of being in a, this one is a little bit more achievable, but being in a cover band. I think it'd be fun to be in a cover band to just like travel around and just have the people know you. Because let's face it, cover bands, you're going to get more gigs because people are going to hire you because people know your music and they want to hear stuff that they know.
Cover bands are like, they're like the substitute teacher. Like you don't really have to actually grade the papers. You just come in and like run the show for a day and like, wow, that person was cool. It was different than the regular bitch ass teacher. Yeah. You're like, cool, you know,
rock on. And then one of my other dreams, which is another one that's kind of, it's far out there. I would like to open up a pretty kick-ass high-end haunted house. Like I work for a good one, but it's just like, you know, limited with your space because we're in a tent that is built from the ground up. But it's just like, I'm talking like a big one that utilizes the space properly and is in your face intense and stuff. But so yeah, those are some of my dreams still. So back to you, Justin.
So I feel like it's easy to make like little projects or something to work on, develop, become, I don't know if you want to call them dreams. I think for me, myself, I mean, I still have passions in places, but when you kind of like bring life into this world, like, and I've said this in a way before where it's like, you know, this chapter or the story of your life, like you have to make room for the other stories too. So, and all around my dream is pretty much to be content, you know, and I feel finding ways to do that here and there with other projects, passion projects and stuff, you know, filmmaking, podcasting. Yep. That's a different thing. We're going to start something.
We just did that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be paid by shitcoin.
Plastic sheets out.
Buttcoin.
Yeah. Ding. This isn't it. Nope. There it is. Yep. But no, I mean, like, yeah, I have a few passion projects I would like to do film wise, but I think just making a mark on the world is my dream, if you will. It's like I want to leave a lasting impression or at least motivate other people. Because like I look around these days and like people I grew up on, like, okay, we'll say Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee is one of my biggest all-time influencers, but he's not the best when it comes to like, he set a bar. And then there's people these days who are like really overreaching that. But were he alive today and in a prime or something like that, I'm pretty sure he would have way out marked his own bar and other people's bars too, because it's like the human mind, the capacity of what we're able to do, or even go far beyond, you know, like we surprise ourselves. But contentment is the main thing. Raising well-abled children, you know, like that's probably not the right word I want to use, well-abled, but children who can kind of look after themselves and make the better decisions and, you know, I guess not be a piece of shit and take things to school that they probably shouldn't that can harm people. You know. Yeah.
All right, Lonnie.
You know, and what's probably going to come out of my mouth here is going to sound conceited or like I'm humble bragging or whatnot, but it's not meant to be. It's just, I've been super blessed with certain things throughout my life. So when it came to my dream of being a professional fisherman, I got the opportunity to do it. I busted my ass when I was in school, learning as much as possible and saving every penny I had and working at a bait shop and shaking all the right hands of everybody I met and begging to fish out of the back of people's boats and meet the right people, and saved up every penny I had to try it. And for 2 years I did it. I spent every dime I had. I slept in the back of trucks when everyone else was staying in fancy motels, and when people were eating good meals, I was, you know, eating 50-cent SpaghettiOs and, I scraped by, but I can pat myself on the back and say I tried it. I'll never do it back. And I've moved across the country for it and to learn. And I've moved south in the country to try it. And I can pat myself on the back and say I tried it. It was my dream. I tried it. It wasn't for me. I couldn't do it. It's for different people. I tried it again when I got a little bit more financially stable and I got the okay to try it. I tried it again. The sport had passed me over, health-wise, body-wise, and financial-wise. It passed me by from my current place to where it is. It just was past me. I still fish tournaments. I still guide, but now I get to do it. I get a partner with my brother, and I love it. I still get my 3-4 sponsors that I love to have. I get to go talk about products I want to talk about and enjoy it. I get to fish against 100 guys rather than 1,000 guys, and pay a $200 entry fee rather than a $5,000 entry fee, and sleep in my own bed. I was never really a rock star, but I got a tour in a van over a couple summers. That was fun. But it all comes down to what Justin said. When you have a child or you have a different responsibility, your priorities and your dreams, they don't cease to exist. In my eyes, I was so content and so happy with what I had actually done. I stopped what I was doing, like things. I used to travel most weekends to play Magic with friends and do this and do that, and had a very selfish nature. And I gave up a lot of that just to be there for my son. And that's my new dream, is to make sure he never has any struggles in life. He never has any difficulties that I had or difficulties that he will have if he does or is put in situations he can't handle. I want to be there to help him through those situations. And, that's my new dream, is that he doesn't have to go through the bullshit and learn the hard things that we had to learn. I still want him to learn them, but I want him to learn them in a controlled situation, opposed to not having the support there of some things that we might not have had, things that we might have needed that made us jaded. I want to be there for him.
I think it's, especially also when you bring life into this world, saying it so magically like that. I've brought life into this world.
All we did was goosh and and then
oh shit.
You gooked.
gook. Oh, damn it. I thought, oh shit. Are you ready for the gook?
Yeah. But no, like when you have a kid, I think that responsibility, if you're a responsible parent, it's a lot easier.
There's a lot of sperm donors out there. Let's be honest.
It's a lot easier for you to at least appreciate the things that you were able to do ahead of time or so, even if it wasn't that much. Like there's so much I wish I would have completed. I mean, I still have dreams of like traveling, and it's like, well, I can still do that. I just have to make more.
I was 35 when Mox was born.
Me too.
What the hell is happening?
I think I don't know, I might have been 35 or so.
You were 35 when John Moxley was born?
Yeah.
Jeez.
35 when John Moxley was born.
But yeah, like it's easier for you to transition, not necessarily come to terms and let your dreams die, but at least like, oh, this isn't as important anymore. It's like, wow, like, oh, something happens with you, I guess.
Well, this gets to my third part of this. And
no, I won't have sex with you.
But do you think, and
No.
it's one of those things where it's just like, you tell kids, chase your dreams and stuff like that. But there comes a time when you have to ask yourself, is it more important to keep chasing those dreams or focus on where the money is at so that you can survive in life?
I think it just depends on the level of passion you have too. Like some people's dreams do suck. So it's like,
Well, what sucks to you might not suck to them.
Yes.
Let's be 100% honest.
But I'm saying, like-
let's say in this room, for some reason, and I don't know why, but Jeremy wants to be a professional basketball player.
he can do it.
Who are we to tell him he's not capable of being a professional basketball player? If that's his dream, let the little 5'6", 170-pound fuck try to be a professional basketball player. He could make it. It's not going to happen, but he could. If he wants to invest his life trying to do that, let him do it.
I want to see
But
it.
it's more.
If it's not hurting him and he's getting by doing it, why take it away from him?
It's more the financial chase with it because
Have you not-
let's
Are you not being able to pay your bills?
pretty much
Are all your bills being paid?
barely.
But they're being paid.
Yeah.
Are
but
you-
It's miserable. So
There's many things that you can do in this situation. I mean, like, I'd say if your dreams are important to you, continue to follow them.
Chase your
but
dreams.
they're what's driving some into debt.
Yes, but you also have to take the responsibility and like either change something, go down in lifestyle or go up in income. So in order to do that, something has to drastically change. Either it be pick up something side, start a startup or whatever. Like there's so many options these days, and we have a lot of things at our fingertips that we're able to tap into. We just got to know where to start. We drop what we already have and pick up a better paying job that pays like double the amount or so. Like there's many options. It's just the amount of like, or the route of knowing where to go.
Maybe sacrificing comfort to chase said dream or to live said lifestyle.
So you take a brick of cocaine, you take some cleaning detergent. Never mind. We're not.
Fentanyl is the way to go.
Well, it's just like if we look at the dreams that I had told you about, every single one of those dreams, with the exception of the
Professional baseball player.
I'm wearing a baseball-ish shirt.
the cover band thing, all those take a lot of money to start up.
Absolutely.
And if you're already in debt and trying to live a normal life, you can chase these dreams all you want, but you're just going to keep driving yourself further and further in debt.
But
And then
you
it's just
could.
like, then your life, one day you wake up now and you're like, wow, I'm 70 years old. My life has passed and look at all this debt I incurred.
Honestly,
Could,
though,
but
what-
there's. Sorry, go ahead.
No, mine's going to be a whole tangent. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you could see it that way, but you can also see that there's other people who are already tackling this stuff and actually making headway. You know, they're actually doing the things that they want, and sometimes people's dreams actually line their pockets. You know, so it's like you don't know until you know, but you can't stop trying unless you just want to give up. Some people let their dreams just fall to the wayside, and it's like But everybody's deathbed is that they wish they would have done more.
What's the benefit of a normal life? Honestly,
Not really much of anything.
like what's the draw? What's the appeal of a normal life?
It's not necessarily a normal life where it's like, nothing fun's happening. I'm talking about like being able to afford things that normal people can afford. I'm talking like being able to afford a 1-bedroom apartment by yourself, being able to, afford a nice car, a reliable car,
You got to move to Iowa.
being able to
You joke about it, but it is a big thing.
Yeah.
but being able to afford like food and all that stuff, being able to afford to pay your bills and not worry about, well, this bill isn't getting paid this month, so now I'm going to have to owe more next month and this and that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, like normal life. You can't be struggling with all these things and, in my opinion, still chase your dreams, which are what are driving you into debt to begin with. And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you can get another job. You could work 2 jobs, but now you might be having the money where you're more financially stable, but you don't have time to do fuck shit with anything else in your dreams now because you're working your 40 plus hour job a week. And now you got to work this part-time or sometimes second full-time evening job just to make ends meet. And that's where I'm kind of getting at with this is like, what is more important?
Well, let's look at the other side of the coin then. You give up your passion to save money. You get this 1-bedroom apartment. You start being able to afford the nice car and the nice thing and all this free time to do what you want. Then what do you got? Jack shit. You got a nice place. You got a nice car. You've got all this. Then what do you go home to? Nothing. You stuff.
But if you're still chasing your dream and you're not there, you still got jack shit.
A lot of people appreciate their struggle. It's like they look back, they're like, fuck, I mean, at least I got this, like, or at least, man, fuck, man, like it took me all of this strife and here I am. I have something to show. It's like the struggle is necessary. mean, because if you just had like an everyday normal life, like you probably wouldn't appreciate it after a while. But you have to do the hard stuff to appreciate the good stuff that you already have. I feel like that came out right. But yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's like I know, I mean, my job isn't easy by no means. There are days where it's easier, you know, like this time of the year where shit gets really, you know, volume goes up. The elements are pretty much against me. I know it's going to suck, but I signed up for it. And then afterwards, it's like I can look back. It's like, wow, shit, like that was actually a lot easier than I thought because I'm conditioning myself even further and further. And I do like enjoy hard work. Mow your grass. Look back at the, you know, end of the day. It's like, wow, I did all this. Looks good. Like, all right. Can't wait to do that again. I can, but you know, I think there's a savory satisfaction after you do the suck. You know what I'm talking about?
Or a salty, it depends on.
Yeah, but it's getting there, and it's just like how long?
As long as it takes.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, we would love to have like a roadmap to design something that's like, oh, this is where I want to go. This is where where I have to start. This is exactly how long it's going to be. It's like, we don't know that part. The time, the certain factors that go with that, like it's all dependent on you, others involved, chance.
Well, if it's up to chance, it'll fucking take forever.
Will.
I don't know him.
I would say your dreams aren't worth letting go. I would say your dreams, this is actually what's going to shape you in your life. It's like when I die, kind of how Lonnie was saying, it's like if you just stop everything, what are you like? Your value, you create your value here in the world, on Earth. Yeah, no, after you die, like if you let your dreams go, like you were just a worker, like you were nothing really. I mean, a cog in a wheel.
Who's going to give a shit about a statistic? Like, do you want him to give a shit about worker number 1441, or do you want him to give a shit about Jeremy Lubash?
Work is necessary, but
See, that's your response for things. Like when you ask us these questions and we give you honest answer and you respond with, you shrug your shoulders. Like you want to have this debate, but yet when we present questions to you, you don't.
That wasn't a question, really.
well, like
was
in
it?
his defense, it's okay not to have an answer. I mean, like, I think it does take some rumination. You know, like you need to think about it a while, sit with it, like and reflect it upon yourself. Like again, being a worker or something like that. Like working is necessary. Having something to live within the means of where you are, like it makes you feel stable, and that's what you want. You want that stability, so you can at least apply your art elsewhere. Art is life. I would say not to get rid of that because you're a creator. Most everybody is in some realm or another.
Well, my thing was I wasn't meaning for this. I knew it probably would, but I wasn't meaning for it to be about
Microscope
me.
on you.
It was supposed to be about people in general chasing their dreams. And I'm living the side of it where it's a struggle.
Right.
It's a huge fucking struggle to where each project I do is making it more of a struggle for me. And it's just like, I understand what you guys are saying.
I think that's a good
But
thing
you
about
also have to understand too, and it's not just me. I'm just talking like life fucking sucks these days for the single people out there. You don't have that extra income from a partner. You don't have that extra, whatchamacallit, like that person there to like help you keep going and stuff. I mean, if you look at like trying to find a place of my own, a 1-bedroom, you might as well get a 2-bedroom because there ain't much of a price difference in a 1-bedroom than a 2-bedroom. I can't afford a 1-bedroom. And that's what sucks. And it's like, I want to continue to keep chasing my dreams of being a filmmaker. I love it. I enjoy doing it. If I didn't, I still wouldn't be doing it right now because I've been struggling financially for years. I've been filmmaking for 15 years. It wasn't up until about like 5, 6, 7 years ago that I really am struggling financially. And I know the struggle is because I'm putting so much money into these projects. That's the problem. People aren't putting, if it's just a Jeremy Lubash film, people aren't putting the money into it. They want to be a part of it because they know it's going to be something fun. And I've always said, I'm going to make it happen one way or another. Whereas it's just like I said, as I'm getting older, and I told people maybe I'm hitting my midlife crisis early, even though I think I'm past. Even though I think I'm past my midlife because I don't think I'm going to make it to be very old with all my health issues. But
you just killed Lonnie.
I mean, seriously,
That's fucked
I
up.
have
Why would you kill Lonnie?
I have so many fucking health issues with me. And if you look at my family history, people die young. And it's just at some point, like, what are
your controllables right now?
What do you mean, my controllables?
What can you control right now?
How much money I spend on projects.
Okay, not just projects, but like you can control your budget, like your overall income and outcome.
Okay.
There's tweaks that you can make to things there, even if it's just small, incremental. How can you leverage that? It's like, ask yourself those big questions. It's like, what can I do right now? It's like, it sucks, yes. But it's like, fuck, all right, now what can I do?
Well, I mean, I cut down on the amount of takeout food that I get.
Good.
But that's not making much of a dent in things. The biggest dent I have are these passions that I have. And you know me, I don't like to do things half-ass. If I'm doing something, I'm putting as much money as I can into it to make it happen.
Right.
And the thing is, like, I could not put as much money into it, but then I know the end results are not going to be the quality that I want, and I don't want to have my name on that. So that's the thing where I'm kind of...
There it is. That's what you can control. Take your name off it.
Maybe, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, I don't want to be that person that I'm not an inspirational person. Let's just put it that way.
You're going to make me cry.
Yeah. I don't want to be that person that lies to people if they like come up and be like, I'm just going to keep chasing my dreams. It's like, yeah, do it. But you know, my whole thing with this whole thing is like, when is it a proper time? What are the signs to stop chasing your dream, if any at all?
I feel like that shouldn't enter your mind. I feel like you should do what you can to die empty, meaning like get everything out. Like, you know, I have all this creativity welling up inside me. Like, keep on dumping it, and it's going to keep on filling up for people who constantly exercise that creative muscle. But like, keep on dumping it out. Keep on creating some stuff. Make something for other people, because that, as sometimes as futile as it might seem, like I'm not going anywhere with it. You know, like there's so many painters and musicians or whatever that have died, that have become big names only after they died, but they are remembered. Kind of like Troy, you know, it's like, you know, that's a problem with Troy as in like the movie Troy with Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay.
It's like, that's why nobody will remember your name. He didn't say it exactly like that, but he's like, certain people who kind of want to just do the straight and narrow and just like, I don't want to do all this. It's like, well, he's a warrior. He's the type of person who wants to go into battle and actually like do the things that he loves or is destined for. It's like, people will remember me. You know, people will sing songs about me. You know, it's like, not that you're going for fame and fortune, and well, fortune would help. Fame helps as well, but not that that's your goal.
That's exactly what we're going after.
Yeah, but in so many words, I should say.
You could cut out and.
I was
you could just say fame, fortune.
I was going to say, if the goal is to not get fame and fortune, I'm there.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I guess
you played
answered my
yourself.
question.
Now, concrete that like, it's never a good time to stop your dreams. I think something that you need, or people like you would probably need, like that constant motivation. And I think that's something that you should probably try to tap into. If you have the accountability, like, I mean, you have us behind you. We have fans who are always, you know, praising the work, and you come up with some pretty good stories. You're an okay filmmaker.
You know what? I'm going to say go the opposite route. Quit.
Okay.
Quit. Yeah.
Also motivate yourself.
No.
To quit.
You just motivate. Just quit.
It's like, man, I've been training to quit. So, no. I don't know.
Devil's advocate. He says go for it. I say quit.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Flip a coin. Get a coin. Coin flip. Don't let Justin flip it, though. We'll be here for fucking ever.
I flipped it. I didn't call it.
The vagina won.
Vagina should have won.
Should have won. I think there's a lot of people who are very.
There's a lot of from the two goon squad.
Yeah.
What?
Anyways, don't give up on your dreams.
I say give up on them.
Find a way to temper.
I say quit. Dreams are momentary. Financial gain is absolute.
Find a way to temper your motivation. Change your self-talk. Because you, for sure, we are like our biggest enemies. It's like, we would like to do whatever.
That's not true. I'm Justin's biggest enemy.
And I thank you for that. I appreciate that. But no, it's like we try to do whatever the least amount of effort to get something done. It's like we should probably put it all in.
That part is true.
It's like that's when it comes to anything like, exercise or something like that. It's like most people were just going to do half-ass type of stuff. It's like, well, like you have to, in order to get better, you have to stress yourself. You have to, I guess with exercise, stress the muscle. With learning something, you have to stress the mental muscle, I should say. It's like unless you are gifted and have the genetics or have the natural capacity to learn and to earn, it takes effort. You have to keep on going. It's like you have to want it bad enough, whereas though you're drowning or something like that. It's like I want to breathe right now, so fucking get up, swim up.
Or don't. That's cool too.
I'm not really a motivating person either. So
You're sounding a lot like Jocko.
What's his name? Or Sonic. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That's a pretty good sound effect.
Do it again.
I can't do it twice. So,
Time for
where are we going with this?
John's topic.
Yeah. John's topic.
John.
Done. Okay.
John.
Do you have his laugh on Eddie Murphy? See what that sounds like.
Huh. I do not have a laugh. And my shit's not coming through, so.
Just got to push harder.
Figure.
I did have something. Let's see if this comes through. I made something. So like when I go on like little rants, and I kind of wanted to understand what you hear. So I try to like make a little exercise. I'm like, what the fuck does like Jeremy hear? Like, I feel like he just turns off after a while. And this is kind of like what
So this is pretty much what Jeremy would hear if I was talking about certain topics. Let's start with fear. Fear is a natural, powerful, and primitive human emotion. According to psychology research, it involves a universal biomechanical response in a highly boiling water, stirring occasionally until tender, yet firm to the bite. It's about 12 minutes or so. Then you can drain it, and then toss the spaghetti with 1 tablespoon olive oil and set aside. Now, I usually would like to add the garlic in with the noodles to let it cook the cube formula. What you would do is the volume of the cube can be calculated using different formulas based on the given parameters. It can be calculated using the side length as well as the measures of the cube's diagonal. So the volume of the cube based on side length pulmonary equals veins, the right atrium, the pulmonary valve, and the tricuspid valve. There's also the ventricles with the right ventricle and the left one's penis. And it comes to a ridge. There is a curve on most, but not all. But the length of it is descriptive to, as one's lifeline. If you look into the palm of your hand, you can see the lines that come through your hands. You can find the same thing on your penis. And exactly sure if I've ever killed a man. I don't think anybody knows for sure if they've ever killed somebody, but it's something that I think about often.
About right?
Spot on.
All right.
Especially the garlic part.
Oh, that's a good recipe, though. Followed along.
There's like 4 topics you went through in that I would much rather hear.
Maybe next time if we have more time.
Oh, man.
But
Next episode's going to be our 2022 wrap up. Shit we liked, shit we didn't like. Probably more about shit we like. I would like to think there was a bunch of stuff in 2022 we actually liked. If
Not this soundboard.
If not, we'll try.
There it is.
there it is.
The last button. So yeah, our year in review episode will be next. Well, movie review, Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye, Stephen King's Cat's Eye. 1985. I was a year old.
Is it spelled like C-A-T?
Cat. Yeah,
or
like a
K-E-T.
Cat, like a
catsup.
cat.
Catsup?
Cat. Like Katie Otten, cat.
Oh. And congratulations, Katie Otten, for making
SAG.
If you're in the film industry,
Script
that's a
Actors
good thing.
Guild. Yes.
I
She's
guess
part of the guild.
if you're a woman and you get to the age where you SAG, that's a good thing too.
Congratulations, you did it.
That's what I used to tell everyone as an eye doctor. Like, oh my God, I got cataracts. I'm like, congratulations, you got old. You're just like everybody else who's going to get old and get cataracts. You're getting old.
I can't wait.
Right? Congratulations, you made it another day.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to episode 046. Thanks, John, for not being with us today. I think we made some headway on some stuff.
And if the Mighty Morphin Bosstones are listening to this,
too soon.
we love you. We cherish you. Can't wait to hear your next episode.
With your soulful voices.
Oh, yeah.
And your very elaborate discussions.
You can sing my baby to sleep anytime. And by that, I mean my wife, not my child.
Nice.
He'll do that when he comes out here and kicks our asses.
That would definitely put her to sleep.
Well, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Join us next time for more absurdity that only the guys from the Boundless PodTrap can bring you.